hanging out in the back of the site from Big Box, and she's got some support in the form of Fox here.
And that utility, those two Berettas just get leveled out, instantly drop, deletes them. That's going to make the job of holding off this A site very difficult for STX. Doesn't last too long. So 3v5 that post plant here. Usually the principle here is you want to take control. They have Donut, which is very valuable post plant positioning. Drop will eventually fall, but Poseidon stands tall, keeping them contained and out of the temple, or rather in the temple for now. There's a kit to pick up for Empathy. So be able to pick that up at least for now, but a lot more targets here left, and still expecting someone to be around in Donut. That's not the case here. Flanks formulating, and eventually overrun by Cool Comms. Tsunami get access into that A site. That's pretty brought out there. I mean, extra 600 goes a long way in that department, so. Nice couple of exit kills. Cap it off. To set it up even further here. Utility well placed, but Serendipity just needed one extra bullet. Couldn't quite connect it. Was that a mid-flash?
I think
Oh
it was.
God.
Is that real?
Whoa, that is sick.
I just learned something new.
I thought maybe she was trying to bounce a smoke off to land towards ramp, but I think that was a flash for middle, man. That's incredible.
100% a flash. I gotta go look and see like where that lands, because that's insane.
Unfortunately, equally good at utility here for Tsunami onto this B side. So all of that being displaced is going to keep them out of the site proper and into winning ways here for Tsunami as they carry forward.
It's just so very difficult.
The utility continues to rain through. I mean, you can see the principles here. That sort of depth in the utility instilled in Cajun and his teams. All these runs that he's been able to make. The Subtle's drop able to at least equalize there, kind of play puppy guard to that AK. Sure doesn't get into the opposition's hands. After all is said and done in middle, they go and re-clear it very quickly. Now drops in hot water. Does get surprised by the double MP9 push, and that means all of this B-side control, it goes a bit dark for Tsunami. Forces them in recovery mode, and they're going to quickly try and reclaim that space.
That they are. Bad news for them is that Raven is deep indoors, has the AK upgrade. So, bomb plant is a guarantee. Now the question is, where do you move to hold this space? It looks like Tsunami have made the decision to take towards at least back dice and just not take entirely towards CT. But that's the right call considering Raven and where she can be.
Smoke as well. It's going to keep him at bay, and they just lose Raven. There's a step through. Now they're looking to dive in. Poseidon lands a flashy flick. Goes for re-peeks there. And eventually we'll be able to close it off with a trade onto Empathy.
All of that just to polar rotate, and it's effective over towards A. It's just one player here for Supernova that's at B. Now the mid take comes.
Looking to reclaim mid control. See if the CT side can get that utility contact taken there. Serendipity able to lock in a kill, but Cool Comms will collect two. STX holds down the line here towards that A side, but still more re-aggression being punished by Tsunami towards middle. All over the map there as they tried to sneak out of temple. It's going to be once again B site control vulnerable. This time that extra bit of space here is granted over towards the cave side here that they have contained. They're in a jolly old position here on this T side to get the job done. 2v3. No kits for STX.
That might just be curtains, to be honest. They got to move now based on that fact. Another smoke, and with STX down, Fox has just got to run for the hills. Got to try and get out, but they're getting run down. Oh no. Bad news for Fox. His drop pushes that all the way through. Victorious in that round, Tsunami.
That's map control so effective. Drop Drop looked like he was doing some nice stretches there after the camera there. Unfortunately, gonna get chased down there by Fox in the MP9. So as much as Drop is limber, he is taken down as well. Serendipity though. He's had a bit of a tough time here early on towards middle and containing control, but was able to finally get on the board in that last round, and then steps up and adds two to a tally in this one.
I mean, that's massive. The ability to get that much done with an MP9 in not very favorable position either, especially for that second kill. These cool comms and Poseidon with a whole lot of work. But split up our Supernova, and that's maybe the one thing that Tsunami can lean on is that they are split. Smoke will go down, and they've isolated the bomb site that's got the least amount of resistance. It's just the Deagle here. It'll be available for Empathy. Can she hit it on this timing? Being watched. Oh, turned at the last moment. The bomb doesn't go down, so now it will have to be planted in. That's Smoke fortunate to provide some coverage for Cool Comms in the 1v3 turn 2.
Oh, they're going to double push this, though, I believe. Right now, it seems like they're waiting it out. Cool Comms. Super hyper-focused on CT. Now gets a chance to peek forward. Spots them out both, but can't connect. STX quick with the headshot to seal the deal. Take those duels, understandably so. There's a whole lot of targets in the corner. Blowing open that smoke. They've already passed it. Some more weight on the shoulders of Serendipity. She holds the line towards middle effectively. Cool Comms eliminated. Now STX has to be careful. They're already crawled up, and that flash trajectory is certainly seen. Now Fire on the lurk there gets to step forward as well. And this goes from bad to worse as Cajun fires up on this B-side. Poseidon will collect straight through that smoke as well. So Tsunami, timeout, straight into a round win.
Getting themselves out into a position where they can fight for that control, especially off the back of some, re-pushes. I think that's great. Drop, unfortunately, left out on his lonesome a little too much, though. Only for Fire to make sure that doesn't go any further wrong. That is the swiftest as openers, though, that you could ask for from Poseidon.
It's going to be a slow crawl out of Donut. They're executing into Ghosts, but Tsunami always feel like they're doing their due diligence when it comes down to how they play out these advantage situations.
Yeah, I think that is definitely the part that makes Tsunami so reliable here. Whenever and the one round that Supernova win, I think that's why it's such a surprise. Because it's a round that Supernova get away with fighting back one of those disadvantages. Just phenomenal flashbang. Raven fortunately had the coverage, so STX will be able to rain some fire down. How many to get, though? All of them, unfortunately. And Supernova can't even get out.
Taking down all of those weapons, leaves them with MP9s here instead of LNSs. There is strength in numbers, and those numbers are on the scene in the perfect location. STX takes a lot of damage, I believe, through the wall. Peeking in there into the AWP, a connection on the shot. They're so close, though. They line up for the AK. Cool Comms will take care of two, but there's a Deagle swinging at Empathy. Shuts down 3. Rolling onto the scene just in time. And a missed molly. This Fire's on fire right now. And not in the good way here. Does shut down at least one quick kill. That bounce on the HE puts a little bit of panic on STX. She will close down the finishing kill and put Supernova back. Looking to limit the information here for the CT side. And they don't really have a lot of info right now. There's a silent crawl up the ramp. They're going to be quick about this entrance on towards the B side. They don't smoke anything off, but they just look to fire up here on the site proper. Raven overrun, but good for 2 there at STX with 3. A full house between the duo as Supernova thinking that their safety. So now they bring Fox in with the AWP. A lot of information there, but so quickly overrun there. Now the information is given over to the CTs. There's a whole host of T's coming over and looking to aggress in, but they've got this quick mid-control here. They don't quite clear out. Empathy, who waits to strike and rolls through at the perfect time. Cool comms with the AWP, though. Just step up for a kill, and Poseidon now left into a 1v1 against Raven, looking to bait out the peaks. Raven hides in the back of Donut at the moment. Reposition for Poseidon, but unknown Raven gonna have that element of surprise. She steps forward and does collect there. A bit of patience paying off for Raven as she waits to strike in the back of Donut. Waits for a moment to shine.
And it's important couple of rounds, you know, from both Empathy from STX as well to do it. Fire sticks around.
What?
Can't believe he stuck around there and gets 3. That is absurd.
He didn't have the dual Berettas, he had a USP. And the denial of the bomb plant. Cool comms doesn't quite actually get it. But he will get the second. What was that from Fire? How is that how you hold A? What is this, man? He gets overrun. Dead. This is where he should have fallen. But I think they thought that he was gonna run away.
I would argue he should have run away.
And he just holds his ground. Yeah, that pistol. Still prioritize. Hefty investment in round 3. Get those AKs out, and for good reason here as Empathy locks in a quick kill. Blowing open that smoke though, the FAMAS. It's a whole lot stronger now, and a 3K out of Fire again. Starting this half with a 3-piece. And maybe looking to close this game off with a 3K there. Shut down this gun round. Completely changing the tides in his favor.
Yeah,
Tides in the favor of Tsunami.
Just talk about where Empathy's grabbing an opening pick, and you think, okay, well, if we can trade onto this mid player, this is a huge setup. No. They've got to make the difference. 4 rounds, this was enough on the CT side to buy them some time. It's not enough anymore. Man, that's Cajun feeling confident. You got 2 kills and didn't see anyone last round. Cool Comms is looking to continue to follow up on that. The dink from Cajun, effective. Fox spots just the one, but they don't realize that Fire has scaled with him. That's devastating.
Oh, that timing from drop there is so perfect. Looked like he was stuck in a little sandwich. Stuck in towards a Supernova sandwich, but drop comes through, offers up that support.
Long play, though, for Supernova in round 1. And Fire, once again, in a very tentative position, spotted out, and he's got no choice but to sit in that one or fight, and he'll go with sit, loses his life because of it.
Trying to get away with maybe a similar game plan to last round, or last pistol on the CT side, but they got a lot of reinforcements arriving, ready to cover off this ramp side. Poseidon will eventually fall, but the push through the smoke here is good. Same team, but eventually able to shoot over his shoulder and take care of STX. So Tsunami on the board early here on D2.
Fox playing maybe a little bit of a dangerous game against Poseidon there, but she doesn't pay the price, though. That is a heavy payment. And double nade that does extra damage onto both Empathy and Serendipity.
Really?
Yeah, that's a move.
Yeah, true. And clocks.
Yeah. just a nice turn out of, I think it was Empathy who made that adjustment. Either way, not going to matter that much. He's repositioned, and so have most of Supernova. Going to scale out towards A. Instead, there is a lot of these players that died at just one shot, and STX not one of them, but it doesn't matter because she goes down to the heady. It's Poseidon with a double, and now Fire holding back. Cool Comms gets involved, and with the SMG, it's nearly a clean sweep. The exception is Cajun walking through that smoke.
I like the catwalk, fight and targets that we've gotten early on the gun rounds for Supernova, and I like how they get to that position. This time, though, we're going to have to see how they fight up against a little bit of resistance in that department. A lower push into a boost. That is a lot of pressure put, but a great trade.
Not even sure how
it's just suffocating.
how does he get caught there? He's in the smoke. I don't know if he made like an audio cue or something, but STX certainly knew.
For that setup there potentially, but drop as I highlighted, you know, he instantly starts aggressing through as soon as he gets the chance. As soon as that lower dark teammate falls. Fire in good position, calming out that there's aggression towards long, dodging up these flashes, and he gets a flash from Poseidon as well. So then he gets a multi-kill. And Raven backing them into a corner at the moment. Smoke for the Molotov, and Raven trying to fight her way out of this situation. Lost in the sauce of the smoke at the moment is Poseidon, causing one hell of a distraction as the knife is out there. Drop. A risky maneuver, but rewarded in a big way. What we did see on that last map, and that's just very aggressive. I mean, they're taking it up a notch, in fact, I would even say. They're even more aggressive. They're even more successful, but there you go. I mean, finally being able to shut down Drop, his first death delivered at the hands of the AWP. There's more resistance, but Cajun doesn't last too long, and finally Supernova able to break free here onto the B side. Can they close it out, though? Got a favorable post-plant position. That's good news.
Yeah, but it's a fast collapse onto Raven, so the mid presence is gone immediately, and Tsunami can very quickly get into position to start to attempt this retake. Lots of utility, too. Molotovs, actually 2 of them. One of those going to be extinguished, though, immediately, and a flashbang as well. There's a lot of smoke in the way, though, and I think that, more than anything else, and the lack of Supernova giving them over any fights is going to convince Tsunami the better idea is to give this round and go next.
Ooh. A little party gift there before.
Just another frustration point. Had what could have been a phenomenal post plant that just never gets started. Now, yeah, okay, I was about to say, gotta have that flash. Just have to at this point. And good news is Supernova do. In fact, they're targeting Poseidon here. Very obvious. Double nade into his position. It's not without its cost. A lot of information. And off of the back of it, Tsunami take their own fights. It's on their own terms that serendipity falls.
Just continue to peek forward there. Costly measure. End up leveling out a trade opportunity, but Poseidon's still effective on this A side here, hoping that these rotates can arrive onto the scene. So much damage is done. Empathy starts to go for wall bangs to eventually flush Poseidon out of position, but the damage is severe, and now it's being capitalized upon. Jumping shots rolling out, causing the distraction for Drop to strike. And that he does. Be able to continue to shut things down. There's some great damage there, but they punish the aggression. Read and react. Lower tons and upper both pressed upon, but neither one of them successful for killing Glow. That is the way that they open it up, though.
I mean, Cajun's in their head right now. I mean, seriously. He's just reading into every move that Supernova is taking in order to react to what Tsunami have just done. And the fact that he goes down there is a huge asset, but unfortunately it's not over yet. It's a lineup for Poseidon, and they're doubled up in mid, and it's 3 who fall, and they're all Supernova.
Yeah, right now, making a big difference in the grand scheme of this one. They start off these rounds, and Raven just hoping that she can get away with a little bit of info gathering. Look at this, man. The M249s are out.
This is a troll gun, but low-key is a good gun.
I one time got told that you should buy on the CT side of OP because it one-shot headshots, and it was not ironic. It was serious.
I mean, okay, that's a little crazy, but like it's actually pretty accurate. I'm like not gonna lie, it's troll, but
I think that gun actually stinks.
no,
As you can see, they're getting shut down. Fire has to use the AK to close it out.
Yeah.
So it's a personal.
That's
thing for
fair.
me.
You know, I feel if I was in that situation, I might I might have the same reaction. All right, let's see if this can be anything. Whoa, wonderful shot out of Empathy, making a double. That's something we hadn't seen. Empathy, who really popped off towards the end of and throughout Ancient, having some crazy impact, but try to bring this back. Cajun will start the conversation. Poseidon has the last laugh, but it's two guns for two players on the other side.
Look at a bomb plant here. And you're right here. It's 2v2 in the gun department. Poseidon spotting out both players as well. That is so much information. A little graffiti and an instant dismissal of STX. Another graffiti. How did he refresh it so fast? It will be a clutch denied. Not going to allow for 2 more kills for Poseidon to put it on to 12. To delay that effort a little while longer as Raven steps up in the clutch.
I knew I had to.
You're all over that.
Yeah.
Because you like value.
That's right. This is gonna just become the greatest inside joke of all time. No one's gonna know where it started. Ooh, that's a move out of Raven. Still maneuvering through it. Oh, Poseidon, that's huge. Able to spot out the last player in STX on the site, and now Serendipity will cut Cajun off at the knees.
Drop. He wants more. So continue to fight. Now it is on the shoulders of Serendipity. At the moment. Try and save this round from the brink. She looks to slide on into this, but not given the chance to pop any shots off just yet. Spots out one, but again, it's still patience. No need to peek until that first contact taken, but a great cut up of those duels. But that just means now Poseidon can slide out.
Oh man, that felt like the final nail. Something to build off of. That was what I wanted to see. That's not what we got. What we got was a phenomenal entryway path by Poseidon, and now they just scale. It's difficult though, but Fox has a couple of heads to shoot at, and she's clicked on 2 of them. There's still a lot more to offer in this round, but unfortunately Fox continues to step forward and loses out. Damage starting to get done though, as Poseidon breaks open the bomb site proper.
A couple of those players.
Oh yeah.
Under one shot and a jumping MP9 right there from Raven. It is instantly traded though. And now just on the shoulders of Empathy. Not long lasting towards the catwalk. They will be shut down. And it will be a victory here in the playoffs for Tsunami, you know, and Cajun as an individual after a long last, breaking through